What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Sunday stream. I'm going to do two streams this week, two reaction streams this week, one tonight and one tomorrow as well. Just because there's some important games tomorrow. Like, a lot of people have Aston Villa players, a lot of people have got Vardy captain, etc. So we're going to do that, and I am going to quickly update my rank before I pull my team up, because I can check on live FPL. It's actually getting better as the game's gone on. I guess yellow cards, people's auto subs and stuff, because Kilman came on. Which looks like it's been quite good for me. So let me just put my overall rank on the screen. How are we all anyway? While I'm doing this, I'm just going to fill some time while I'm messing around in Photoshop. My week has killed me so far. I'd say a lot of people probably got like 3 or 4 players tomorrow. So it's quite a big day. It's quite a big day. Vardy, no owners. He could. I'm feeling quite confident now, though, to be honest. I got 3 players tomorrow, and I'm already on a green arrow. And I didn't have Fernandez, and Salah only got 6 points, so I'm feeling all right. Praying for a Vardy 2-pointer. Me too, to be completely honest. What I would love, Fulham to win 1-0. Whoever scores, I don't care. It could even be Mitrovic. 1-0 to Fulham. That's what we need. I'm sorry, Vardy owners, but this is war. Yeah, this is war. I want to win this whole thing. Like the video, yeah. Like the video. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. 31 points, 5 playing tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot of points to come. So I'm not holding on to my green arrow too dearly just yet. Need some thoughts on Cavani and Mahrez. Yeah, Mahrez hat-trick, not bad, eh? Bruno Fernandes, just another double-digit haul. 3rd one in a row. Is he essential? Is he essential? No. The worst thing that can happen tomorrow for Vardy versus Fulham is Fulham trying to pass from the back. That'll be a nightmare. We saw what happened against Everton when they did that. Do I prefer 1-1 or 2-1 with all the Justin owners? Now, 1-0 to Fulham's fine. There can't be that many Fulham defender owners. I mean, 1 always better. Obviously, with like Pratt and, I don't know, Lookman or something like that. But, yeah. Ain't going to win it without Bruno. Who would you prioritise, De Bruyne or Bruno? I'd still get De Bruyne this week for sure. Thoughts on Reece James? I got loads of thoughts. I got quite a few thoughts about Fernandes and players like Reece James and Fernandes in particular. Sometimes one of the things, really quickly before I come onto my team, one of the things I find was a question I always get: why don't you have this player? Why don't you have this player? Right? It's like Reece James. I think he looks great, but I just don't have any room for him right now. And obviously the fixtures aren't great, so I don't necessarily know if I want to double up. But they look good for clean sheets. He looks good going forward. It's just one of those things. I haven't got him, and now I've just not got time to get him in. Same for Bruno. Like, I made a mistake with West Brom. I prioritised Salah. We'll come on to Salah in a minute. On another day, Salah beats Fernandes, and all this hype about Bruno would have still been good, because a lot of people had Salah and Bruno. But Salah, that offside, what is like a millimetre offside? Like, it's insane. You sound fed up. What? I don't get it. How do I sound fed up? I tell you, I do have a really swollen tongue, which is probably not helping. But I've got a green. What? I don't get this. Like, why would I be resigning from FPL? It's game week 10. I've got a green arrow, and I'm like top 254k. That's great at this stage of the season. I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, I'd rather be higher, but it is what it is. Okay, let's bring the team up anyway. Let's bring the team up. Boom. There we go. As always, screwed that up. Why do I have like a million window captures in here? I mean, you guys don't care, but I care. Does it change? Hang on. Just some behind the scenes stuff here. I guess all these are fine. It's so weird. Okay. Huh? Yeah. Aha! There we go. Job done. I sold more pay. So for anyone that didn't see the deadline stream, I'd already taken more payout on Thursday because he was going down in price, and I got Watkins in. I will say this though, right before we go on to my team, I said on the deadline stream, taking more payout for a hit was a bad move. Right? I said that before the game because one of the reasons I'd kept him is because I didn't have a free transfer for him. And because of that, I just kept him. I didn't want to take him for a hit. And even when I took him out for a hit, I thought he was going to blank against Liverpool, but I still thought it was bad because at the end of the day, Watkins would have had to just score just to break even. And then the match gets played. He should have had an assist. What is Connolly doing? He has to score that. So that's an assist gone. He then misses a penalty. If he scores that, suddenly he's on double digits, you know? And in the end, he misses the penalty and goes off injured in 20 minutes. So it looks clever, but it wasn't. It wasn't a good move. I got lucky, to be honest. It looks good now because basically Watkins can pretty much step on the pitch and I'm up. I mean, if he gets an assist or a goal, I'm up straight away on the move. And I've probably got the player with the better fixtures, but it was a bad move. It was a bad move for a hit. And I should have been punished. I know that I am. So, my defence, yeah, looking so good. My defence is what I was worried about this week, to be honest. I wasn't that worried about Salah. I wasn't that worried about De Bruyne. Bamford. How's Bamford not scored? Honestly, so many chances again. But yeah, defence looking good. Look at your cut G. Don't know if I can translate that. Is the hair looking bad? Is it how I'm dressed? Is it the mustache? Look at your cut G. Yeah. Andy was right about Arsenal defence. One thing I will say about Arsenal defence is they have one more clean sheet than Man United, which kind of sucks, but they are bad. Arsenal are a bad team. Arteta has not improved Arsenal, and they look awful. I didn't watch the game tonight, but I don't know. Maybe they were really good and got unlucky, but I doubt it. What else was I going to say? We are waiting for our thanks. I'll tell you what, someone else tweeted me saying they wanted thanks, or I should thank the stream about more pay. One, I didn't get rid of more pay because of the stream. And two, the stream never wants to take credit when things go badly. So you ain't getting no credit. No credit for that more payout move. I'm taking it all. So yeah, my defense was really good. I said one thing I got right was Chelsea and Spurs will be tight. I knew, and I didn't see the game, right? I've only seen part of the highlights. I've seen part of the highlights. I haven't seen the whole game, right? But I just knew that Chelsea wouldn't necessarily want to attack Spurs because that would give Spurs space to counter. And it didn't sound, from what I've been looking at on Twitter, it doesn't sound like that happened at all. The stream is, after all, one entity. Yeah, fair enough. Look, if you said get rid of more pay, fair enough. Yeah. Am I not on 48? Oh, wait, I am on... No, I'm on 46. I'm on 48, but I'm going to be on 50 when Chilwell's points come in. Sorry, you confused me then. So yeah, Chelsea versus Spurs is pretty much how I expected. I think, obviously, when you look at when you look at a match from an FPL point of view, you always want to go for like something non-realistic, like a Reguilon hat-trick, a Chilwell hat-trick, all assisted by Son, obviously for Reguilon. But realistically, I think the best I could hope for there was a 0-0. So Kane and Son blank. I didn't own Kane, so I was happy that he blanked. And I got points from Chilwell and Reguilon. A bit frustrating that Reguilon... the Reguilon got a yellow card, but it is what it is. He probably wasn't going to get bonus points anyway. Here's an interesting thing for you for Reguilon, right? He's only blanked once so far. So he blanked against Man United. And obviously that was just the penalty. Now, I put this on Twitter. I do think calling 4 points not a blank is a little bit cheating. And he is a bit of a yellow card magnet. No, actually, why did he lose? Oh, yeah, because he conceded 3 goals, sorry. Not because of the yellow cards. But he's only blanked once. He got an assist against West Ham. He got an assist against Brighton. And Brighton's goal shouldn't have even stood. He got a clean sheet against West Brom, clean sheet against City, and a clean sheet against Chelsea. So he's only blanked once. And the funny thing is, in his last 4 game weeks, he's got the same amount of points as Harry Kane. So sometimes you need perspective like that to realise that Kane is not essential at the moment. He might be next week against Arsenal, but right now, not the case. Gus Bell, after 10 game weeks, I've made 30 transfers. Wow, 3 a week. That's insane. Currently 150k. Wow, that's really good. Is high rotation becoming a valid method? Asking because I'm the only one I know using high rotation. I mean, it's a valid method for you now. It doesn't mean that you can make another 30 transfers in the next 10 weeks and still come out on top. I mean, hits are always fine and they're always risky. We have this conversation every single year. Sometimes hits work, sometimes they don't. Simple as that. Simple as that. Bruno is essential. I can't afford him. I can't even afford him for grid. So I got 3.2 million in the bank. I tell you now, I'm not buying Bruno this week. Nothing against him, but it just doesn't fit into my plans. I might even buy Sterling instead, or just save the transfer. Not sure. Okay, let me just quickly say the rest of the team, and then we'll go on to all the questions and stuff. Start discussing. Also, by the way, I should have said this right at the start. Hopefully, Raul Jimenez is fine. I haven't seen the game, so I don't know how bad it was, but it sounded really bad. He got rushed straight to hospital. I think the tweet I saw just a minute ago was that he is conscious and responding in hospitals. That sounds pretty promising. It sounds like David Luiz should have gone off, but he didn't. So I don't know what the hell happened there, but it is what it is. Hopefully that can be looked at. So yeah, hopefully Raul Jimenez is fine. If you've got him in FPL, whatever, like it's one of those times where FPL doesn't take precedent over someone's life. Basically, head injuries can be that bad. He's out of hospital. Okay, that's good. That's good. Rest of the team. Okay, so really quickly, De Bruyne, brilliant. I mean, I tweeted, right? The funny thing with De Bruyne is people are now going to say that he is in form or Man City are now in form. Do you know what happened? He had a good fixture, he got good points, and now he has another good fixture. Maybe fixtures are a thing. I'm just saying. So De Bruyne was good. Salah. The funny thing with Salah was he only got an assist. Obviously got the clean sheet because he was off the pitch before Brighton scored. After 3 minutes, people were saying, why don't I own Salah? I need to get Salah back. How am I going to get Salah back? And at the end, they're like, it's only an assist. But in the first minute, Jota... Now, someone told me he was offside. I didn't go back and check it. But in the first minute, Jota could have played him in. He would have been one-on-one. He had another chance for Bino, ball over the top. He kind of sliced it a bit. And that offside, it's one of those where he'd been any closer to the ball, he would have definitely been onside. It must have been millimetres offside. So on another day, he has a double-digit haul, and I'm pretty happy with that capsy. Dallas, what a legend. I will say, I think... Oh yeah, Salah did come off at 63 minutes? Yeah, he was not happy about that, but I guess it's a rest. Dallas, absolute legend. Playing in midfield, so lots of passes, which I think is where his bonus points came from. So he's now got 8, 5, rubbish against Palace, then a 6 and a 6, so pretty good. What I will say about Leeds' defences, because I know we thought they were good, then we thought they were bad, and now they're looking okay again. I think a couple of things. Calvin Phillips is back now. He looks decent. And also, what was the other thing? I was going to say, they were quite fortunate to get a clean sheet against Everton, to be completely honest. But they've got much better teams to play against now. West Ham might be okay. Chelsea, no good, obviously. Newcastle, Burnley, West Brom. These could all be clean sheets. So I'm keeping him. I'm really happy with him. So Son's fine. I might get rid of Son. I'll talk about my transfers in a minute. Bench Ward-Prowse and Captain Calvert-Lewin. Ouch, that sucks. That sucks a lot. I'm going to get to all these questions like Cancelo in a second. Bamford, how he didn't score, I don't know. I guess that's what you get with Bamford sometimes. Calvert-Lewin, whatever, really. Everyone owns him anyway. So pretty happy. I've got 3.2 million in the bank. So I am tempted to do Son to Sterling. Whether or not I captain him is a different matter. And then the week after Game Week 12, when Liverpool playing Fulham, I'll either get in Mane or Jota, and then Game Week 13, who knows? Maybe I'll get Bruno Fernandes in. Who knows? Who do you think will be Brighton's penalty taker? It's Gross if he's on the pitch. He used to be their first choice. Penalty taker. Yeah, bench and Ward-Prowse sucks. But look, Man United conceded 2, both set pieces. Cavani came on. Cavani looked good. Cavani's only 8 million. And in a few weeks, Calvert-Lewin plays Chelsea, then Leicester, then Arsenal, City, Wolves. Could Cavani come in? How many games in a row can Cavani play? That's the question. Daniel, you scored 60. That's good. Good video. What do you mean 1-0 Fulham? Don't be like that. I tell you what, FPL's funny, right? Because like obviously loads of people creating content, podcasts, articles, videos are all really nice to each other. Oh, well done on your great score. But realistically, you want everyone else to lose. I do. I want to win the whole thing, which means I need you all to do really badly. Obviously, I don't want that to happen because if I don't win, I'd rather like help out. But that's why I always say. I hope you do really well, but score less than me. Simple as that, right? I mean, let's be honest. We all want to win. Everybody wants to win. If you're not playing FPL to win, what the hell are you playing this game for? Zach TV, so hype, had Neto playing Mane to Sterling or De Bruyne. I think De Bruyne, if you haven't got De Bruyne, he's the first one to go, you know? First one to get in, you know? Ahead of Sterling. I think with Sterling, see what happens in the Champions League. If he goes and gets another 90 minutes, I'll be really worried about him for the league. I can't imagine he needs that much of a rest, but we'll see, I guess. We'll see. James Rodriguez to Bruno tonight. I won't be able to do it tomorrow. I mean, early transfers, especially when there's Champions League, not great. But I guess if you're really going to be priced out of it and you want to do the move, maybe just go for it. The guy gives false tips, so we fail. No, I definitely don't do that. I never do that. I've heard, not to be fair, most people are sound and they don't think like that. But I say there are a few people that think that. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I mean, the chances of obviously winning are very low, so I'm fully aware that's probably not going to happen. Let me see. I just saw. Why did Diaz come off? I'd say he just needed a rest. They were up. They weren't going to concede, were they? So yeah, I think it's just a good chance to rest him. Okay. Will Guaita get a clean sheet ever? Crystal Palace have got one clean sheet so far. Rubbish defence this year. Absolutely rubbish. Rubbish. But yeah, for me, Martinez, Grealish, Watkins tomorrow. So I'd love Watkins to get a goal, but obviously we know West Ham have been pretty good defensively. Is Kane to Jesus worth doing? So I spoke on the deadline stream about getting Jesus in instead of Bamford. Now in the end, Jesus didn't I think he got an assist, didn't he? And that's about it. So it didn't really hurt me that much. But one of the reasons was in case Aguero wasn't going to be fit for Fulham. And I think he's got another knee injury now. He wasn't in the squad. So if you've got a striker spot, you could do well worse than Jesus. I really would try and wait for the Champions League though first. And then see. But yeah, I think against Fulham, Jesus, Sterling, if he's an option, depending on Champions League, anyone that's going to play against Fulham for Man City has a chance. All right? And if you're waiting for him to score goals, well, bam, 5 of them will do it. Dean Henderson for Martinez. I wouldn't be making goalkeeper transfers, to be honest. Yeah, and there's no guarantee that De Gea is even out of the next game. So, yeah, what are you going to do with your triple Villa if the Newcastle match is postponed for their outbreak? Don't think it will be postponed. I'm not even going to worry about that until it happens, to be honest. I don't know what the actual rules are with getting a postponement because of positive tests, but like they can just keep testing the players. So if there's enough players, I thought the kind of thing was if there's youth team players that can play, they have to come in. I don't think there is a chance of it being called off, but let's see. It's next week. Like, I'm not bothered right now until it happens. You want a Leicester defender in for sure. I'll be careful about that. I've only got a couple of other good game weeks till the fixtures turn a bit. So think about that. Yeah, so for me, for De Bruyne, for Bruno, I mean, I said last week, like, I'm nothing against him. Like, if people want to bring him in, I didn't bring him in because I wanted to get Salah in. Like I said, Salah was very close to outscoring him, or at least matching him. So I'm not too bothered that I made that mistake. I just think I could get him in this week for Son. Like, I've got the money to do it. But transfer in before West Ham away and then Man City at home, it feels like I've maybe missed the boat a little bit. He's still going to tick over for the rest of the season, but as always with FPL, you're betting on the next set of fixtures. So it's all like people will tweet me now and say he's essential. Look how many points he scored. He scored more points than Salah. That's fine, but I can't go and get those points. If I bring him in now, I don't get those points I've already missed. So as I always say to you, any team that plays against Liverpool or Man City, I expect no points. If they get points, great, but I don't expect any points. So I wouldn't be expecting Fernandes to get many points against Man City. He could do, of course. He could get another double-digit haul. Well, I'm certainly not saying he can, but you're betting on the odds, and the odds are he doesn't get too many points against City. So then it's just that West Ham game. So I feel like I'll just show you my team for next week. So my initial thoughts are, and I kind of already thought about this, I mentioned it last week, I'm probably not going to get Diaz for the same reason that after this week he plays Man United. And I can see Man United scoring, but we're not really not scoring goals at the moment. And I think we beat City twice last year. Solskjaer got the better of Pep twice, especially with Rashford and Martial's pace. So who knows whether Cavani will play? We'll have to wait and see. Basically, what my point is, Bruno plays West Ham and then Man City, and Diaz plays Fulham, which is a great fixture, and then Man United as well. So I'm probably going to keep Reguilon, because I think Arsenal at home is a good fixture for defensive returns, and Crystal Palace away is not bad either. So I'm probably going to keep him instead of Diaz and then reassess. The only downside is Diaz has already gone up in price, and he probably will go up in price again this week, I'd imagine. And that leaves me with a free transfer this week. And so I'm thinking Son out. I will lose a bit of money on him, but I'm hoping his price will go down a little bit. Obviously, the one thing about getting rid of Spurs players now is they've played Man City and Chelsea, which are the two toughest games apart from Liverpool. So Arsenal at home and Crystal Palace away is not that bad. So I'm not necessarily having to massively get rid of him. But instead of Son versus Arsenal at home and Palace away, I'm thinking I'll get Sterling for Fulham at home and then get Mane for Fulham away instead, and just try and play the fixtures a bit. It will obviously not be great if I get other injuries and stuff, but that's my thoughts right now, which is why I'm not getting Bruno yet. And then maybe in game week 13 or whatever it is, 13, maybe that's when I get him. So how many points? Sorry, not how many points. Game week 13, Sheffield United away, Leeds at home, Leicester away. Yeah, maybe I get him for here. He's going to play most games. Pretty good fixtures in January. Maybe I get him then. I'll reassess in game week 13. I could just keep Mane because the fixtures are good. But that's kind of my general plan. So that's what I'm thinking. So it's not okay. Like, I think that's the one thing that's frustrating when you try and discuss FPL is everyone just looks at the points, and that, like in the heat of the moment, obviously in that Man United game, I was thinking, why don't I own Bruno? And I really need him. But then it comes out, it's 10 points. Okay, it's good. It's 4 points more than Salah. All right, it's not the end of the world. I wasn't going to captain Bruno anyway this week. I would have captained De Bruyne instead if I didn't have Salah. So it hurt, but yeah, rotation proof. But who isn't, like, I could say the same about Sterling. Well, maybe not Sterling at the moment, but De Bruyne, Salah, etc. Like, no one's rotation proof. Sorry, I read that as fixture proof. My bad. Yeah, exactly. I think that's one of the reasons to maybe get him in at some point. But I think for my next two transfers, I'm probably going to play the fixtures a bit. So don't have too much more I want to do. I think Chilwell, Reguilon, Lamptey and Dallas are okay for the next few weeks. Like after Chelsea away, like I said earlier, Dallas has West Ham at home, Newcastle at home, so I'm happy to play him. I guess Calvert-Lewin maybe is an issue, but like Villa I don't have to worry about until game week 15 or 16. Obviously, the only thing is we're going to have double game weeks around here, so I don't know. I'll have to start thinking a bit about that, but not yet. I'm not worried about that just yet until we know the fixtures. Let me just do these quick super chats. Gavin, on 352, have Sterling and Cancelo. Done Son to Jota, so I have funds. Calvert-Lewin and Wilson up top. Do I take in Aguero or Jesus? Surely you're not getting rid of Calvert-Lewin before Burnley, and Wilson's got great fixtures. So I don't think so. I certainly wouldn't get in Aguero. He's probably injured. Jesus maybe, but I mean, you could go Jesus and play the fixtures, but I don't think you need to do that. Thomas, game week 12. Game week 12. Two transfers, De Bruyne, Bruno, and Calvert into Salah, Bamford, or Ziyech. It's got to be game week 11, right? Two free transfers, De Bruyne, Bruno, and Calvert-Lewin. No, it is game week 12, isn't it? To Salah and Bamford, or Ziyech and Kane. Salah. I mean, I would worry about this in game week 12, first of all. De Bruyne, De Bruyne plus. Okay, it's just one. De Bruyne or Bruno. I mean, I would probably get rid of Bruno because De Bruyne's got a really good fixture in game week 13, but I guess reassess then. And Calvert-Lewin to Salah and Bamford or Ziyech and Kane. Oh, okay. I mean, I'd probably get rid of Ziyech or Kane, to be honest. Second option needs Robertson to 5 minutes Venom in game week 16 to get him back. I'll probably not then. I'd probably get rid of Bruno and Calvert-Lewin if you really want to do it, if you want Salah in. Right now, that seems the better option. But Ziyech, I mean, everyone's, after being flagged as essential, I see people now trying to get rid of him. I would see if you can try and fund Kane a different way, to be honest. I have to read that like a million times to get that. It's 10 points on top of 11 points on top of 17. Yeah, I know, but I can't... Like, okay, let's be honest. No one had him for the 17... Well, okay, some people had him for the 17 points game, but not a lot of people. Okay, people had him for the 11 points because Salah got COVID. Otherwise, they wouldn't have had him anyway. And yeah, 10 points is good, but I wouldn't have captained him this week. And no one had an effective ownership of 100%. So, sure, he did better than Son. I could have got rid of Son, but... I'm not going to buy him just because everyone else has got him. Like if Sterling plays against Fulham and you got Bruno against West Ham, is there a chance Sterling outscores him? It could happen. And then Mane against Fulham could happen. So yeah, I'll see how it goes. I don't think I need him for the next two massively. I could just get him in. He could score another two double-digit goals in the next two, but I'm going to play the fixtures a bit, I think. Like I can't worry about points that have already gone. What I will say is, though, he's popping up in the box a lot more. And so, yeah, I need him in probably sooner rather than later. I know I'm going to have to pay more money for him, but if he's worth it, he's worth it, you know? Keep Sterling, he's had his bench in. Yeah, possibly. Gorav, how is it going? Thank you very much. Ziyech for Jota or Mahrez. Mahrez, that's so knee-jerk. I mean, the thing with Mahrez, if he plays, he's going to be great. Will he definitely play? That's the problem. So, I mean, the thing is, you don't necessarily want Jota this week. So if you think Mahrez plays, it's got to be Mahrez, isn't it? But you want Jota for game week 12. Sufal to Diaz or C Ziyech and Lamptey to Salah and a 4-point fodder. I wouldn't do C or probably A this week necessarily if you're going for Jota. I mean, they're only playing Wolves at home, so it's not ideal. Although Wolves are switched to a back four, so we don't even know how good defensively they'll be. Sufal to Diaz sounds pretty kind of standard. But West Ham have got decent fixtures as well. I don't think you necessarily need to do any of them, to be honest. Ziyech to Mahrez could be interesting if you think he's going to play, but I mean, no one can be 100% on that. So yeah, Ziyech and Lamptey. I don't really like that, to be honest. The C move. I think Lamptey's a good bench option. Salah for game week 12, though, I would figure out a way to do that for sure. Danny has going, which pair you think will get the most points long term? Fernandes, Son versus Sterling, Ziyech. Probably Fernandes and Son. And is the first pair worth a -8 to get from next week? I mean, Son's playing Arsenal high, and they have been keeping the goals down, but not recently. I wonder if they're missing Partey a bit. And then Fernandes, yeah, okay, but he's got City soon. If you've got Sterling and Ziyech right now, which I'm assuming you do, I don't think I would be... You can only do it now before price rises. I don't know if I'd be getting rid of Sterling before Fulham at home. I know there's a risk he doesn't play, but Champions League might tell us a bit on that. I don't particularly like it for a -8. That's my opinion. If you want to do it, go for it. Peter, would you downgrade Robertson to Diaz or Calvert-Lewin to Antonio to do Ziyech to Bruno? Oh, Bruno, everyone's figuring out. If Antonio was fit, Calvert-Lewin to Antonio is probably the better move. But you're going to have to wait and see if Antonio's fit. I think. Like Robertson, I know he didn't get his clean sheet in the end against Brighton, but he was on for 3 bonus. I wouldn't be looking to get rid of Robertson, I don't think, if I could help it. Mahrez has started 7 out of 9 Premier League games. Has he? Has he actually? Damn. Let me see this. Is that true? Jeez, he has as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they've only played 8. Oh, no, they've played 9 now, haven't they? Sorry. So he didn't play against Liverpool and Wolves. Fair enough. Obviously not nailed, like we know that, but that's interesting, yeah. Didn't know that. I'll be saying that all throughout my videos this week. Just increase your squad value by 15 million and get everyone. Yeah, like I honestly, I feel like And it's not. There's no harm in like change. Hang on a sec. Let me get to that thought in a minute. Cancelo to Diaz. Thoughts on Ziyech to Jota? No, Jota's going to keep rising in price. That's the only thing I worry about not getting him now. But it's Wolves at home. I would wait on that move, Ziyech to Jota. I wouldn't do it straight away. Cancelo to Diaz. For all these moves, I would wait on Champions League. Because if Cancelo plays again in Champions League, then I'd be very worried about him for Fulham. If he doesn't, then maybe he's going to start. So I would wait, to be honest. But Cancelo to Diaz, if Cancelo plays in the Champions League again, I would strongly consider Cancelo to Diaz. But at the same time, if you've got a bench option, if you've got a decent bench, I'd risk that he's going to play Fulham, to be honest. Whether he plays Champions League or not. If he doesn't, then yeah, it's probably time to get rid before Man United. Okay, McCarthy, Diaz. Okay, where's the question? Think I downgrade DCL to... Yeah, I don't see why everyone wants to get rid of Calvert-Lewin this week, to be honest. I mean, Burnley away, it's not great, but he's fine. He hasn't really done anything wrong apart from blanking against Leeds. So yeah, Linus, I think your team looks alright, to be honest. Salah, Jota, De Bruyne, Grealish. I think it looks okay. If you want to downgrade Calvert-Lewin, then Bamford, Watkins, something like that. Maybe Antonio if he's fit. You've got Antonio already, sorry. Yeah, Bamford, maybe not this week. Watkins potentially against Newcastle would be good. Or even maybe Callum Wilson. Really good fixtures. Deciding when to hop off premium seems to be the key decider for the ranks. Yeah, that's what I was going to say about Fernandes, right? It's really hard to discuss this with anyone because you just get, like I said earlier, well, he scored this many points. Like, I saw people saying like you wrote him off, and I don't think I ever wrote him off. I just said at the start I thought he was a little bit too expensive, and I had De Bruyne and Salah to start, so there's no way to fit in Bruno. No one was complaining about that at the time. No one said to me, well, okay, a few people did before Trev posted in the comments again to let me know how good Bruno is. But yeah, I had Salah, De Bruyne. And then I don't think Bruno played particularly well the first couple of games. But now, I watch him. Obviously, I knew he was a good player, but now he's getting into the box more and more. And that's encouraging. So you can change your mind. But I still got to fit him in at like nearly 11 million. And I can do it for Son. But I might just get Bruno this week. But a lot is going to depend on Champions League. So if I can get Sterling for Fulham at home, I'm very tempted by that. Bruno was a no-brainer. Yeah, okay. You literally said Fernandes was the best captain option versus West Brom. Oh, he was, yeah. Yeah. Nihao. Salah for Grealish and keeping Jota, thoughts? I mean, keeping Jota is fine, I would say. Salah for Grealish, I wouldn't do that this week, I don't think. Grealish got Newcastle. You're probably not going to captain Salah this week, so... I mean, he did look really good. I'm not saying he can't do anything against Wolves, but I'd maybe keep Grealish for Newcastle and think about getting Salah for Game Week 12. If Mahrez doesn't play in the Champions League, he'll play versus Fulham. Yeah, you definitely got to look at that for sure. I mean, it's always risky though trying to second guess Pep or anyone after Champions League, but it might give us some indication. Yeah, so with Kilman, Nuno has switched off back four the last couple of games. Now, Kilman basically doesn't play when that happens because it's Cody and Bolly. Kilman's never getting in ahead of them. So what to do with him? I can't imagine most people are having to play Kilman week in, week out. So for now, I'd probably just keep him on the bench unless you were going to have to play him. And just see whether they persist with his four at the back. If they do, then obviously he's not an option and maybe get rid of him. But he's so cheap, you can probably bench him. So I don't really have much to go on. If they're going to stick to four at the back, though, and they, from what I could tell tonight, they look like they were better going forward. Like, much better. So it could be a formation that stays. Okay, Seamus, how's it going? Right, okay. Thoughts on the moves. Ryan, Cresswell, Zuma. Thoughts on moves. No, you got to come up with your own moves. You got to come up with your own moves. Ryan, Cresswell, Zuma, Diaz, De Bruyne, Salah looks fine. ZS, Jota. Wait, hang on. Diaz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeez, you got like everything you'd want. I mean, one free transfer, I think about saving. The only thing you don't have is like another Man City player, like I don't know, Mahrez or Sterling or whoever. So you could maybe get one of them in after Champions League, but I'd probably save. I don't think there's much for you to do there, to be honest. Linus, how's it going? Continue downgrading DC after Burnley. Okay, to Bamford. Upgrade Bassoon with the money I got over to Foden. Doesn't need to play every game, right? Look, Foden hasn't started for like 5 games in a row in the league. I wouldn't even look at him now, to be honest. And if you wait until after Burnley, Foden then has Man United. So let's see if he starts against Fulham and then decide. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. The lineup implied it was Marcel. Yeah, I didn't really get that, to be honest. Why Wolves' own account tweeted 5 at the back, because it wasn't apparently. So yeah, weird. It was weird. Like, why would they not know that? Jingle Bells, Watkins, De Bruyne, Dallas, Reece, James Ford, Jota. Whoa. For Jota, Calvert-Lewin, and Justin Chilwell. Are you swapping all those on? I don't really know which way round you're doing that, whether it's the ones on the left to the ones on the right or the ones on the right to the ones on the left. But either way, if that's like an 8 or a 12-point hit, it doesn't seem worth it either way round, to be honest. Because in one you're getting rid of Chilwell, and in one you're getting rid of Reece James, and the other you're getting over there. It doesn't. I'm guessing it's the one on the right to the left, but then you're getting rid of Jota. So I don't like either of them, to be honest. It's 4 a.m. where you live. Damn, dedication. Am I not worried about Leicester? Yeah, but the thing is, am I not worried about Leicester fixtures? To be honest, if I was worried about Leicester fixtures, this is the game I'd have them for. It's Fulham. I'm less worried about Sheffield United away and Brighton at home. Not to say they can't do anything, but less worried than Fulham. It's like I said to on the deadline stream, like, this is the fixture everyone's banking on for Vardy. Of course, he can still get points in the next 2 games, but this is the game people are looking for points for. So yeah, I think I'm not worried. I mean, I don't have Vardy, I don't have Fernandes, I don't have Sterling, I don't have Mane, I don't have Jota, I don't have Diaz, I don't have Robertson. There's a lot of players I could worry about, but you can't have them all. And like, to be fair, FPL have priced players so well that it's impossible to have them all, and you just have to deal with it the best you can. Chilwell, Diaz in, already got Robertson. I think potentially because of the clean sheets, Diaz could be the better option for a few weeks. So maybe we should prioritise him. But Chilwell is just doing absolutely nothing wrong to not be in our teams. Leeds at home is probably going to be tough. But Chelsea's just so good. If I had to get one in, if I could get both in, but I had to choose one this week, I would probably get Diaz. Plan to get more payback. I still say this. I don't think Mopé has been that bad. He went on a streak of just not finishing. But he's still got plenty of chances. He'll do it again at some point this season. Right. Thoughts on Cavani? Strongly considering Vardy to Cavani and Son up to De Bruyne captain. I don't know. I kind of want to hear from Ollie whether Cavani, although I never usually trust what he says, is what Cavani can... how many games he can play in a week, because I wonder if fitness is why he's not been playing too much. But it's going to be very hard for him to bench him now, I think. He was so good when he came on. So good. The header was really good. The third goal. Cavani might get a ban for that story he posted. I'm not sure what that's about, to be honest. Do I have Lamptey for contributions or clean sheets? It's a great question, because I'm never too confident with a clean sheet. Like this week, I'm not 100% sure. But he's so cheap. And he's allowing me to do other stuff, so I'm gonna. I mean, I could do Lamptey or Dallas to Diaz this week, and just get my Man City player and just keep Son. I'm not 100% sure on what to do with Son. Like, it's risky to decide based on a Chelsea game where I didn't think they would get too many points anyway. So I'm not. I mean, I could do Mitchell to Diaz as well and just bench Lamptey and Dallas, but yeah, don't get me wrong. Lamptey's clean sheets have not been a lot. Stop making reactionary transfers and moves. If Sterling after getting benched is reactionary, then Jesus, I'd love to know what not reactionary is. Surely reactionary is getting someone in after they've scored, not when they've just been benched for a whole game. Use 8 points for Jorginho and Vardy for Bamford and Fernandes. 8 points? Nah, I wouldn't do that. Vardy could get similar points to Fernandes over the next 2. Who knows? Should I sell Kane for who? Depends. Do you want to sell Kane? Who do you want to get in? Alioski started the last 4 games, only 4.4. He did, but for 0.1 million more, you get Dallas or Ayling, and they're absolutely nailed on. So I wouldn't get Alioski. You only read Super Chat, shaking my head. I mean, that is not true. I just read your message. Vardy's percentage in the top 100k, no idea. You can go on live FPL and check. Is Wilson a buy? I think he is. If you need a forward, why not? Him or Watkins this week look quite good. If Sterling starts, is he a better captain than De Bruyne? No, I wouldn't say better. He has the potential to be better. Can we bet on that? Do we have much to go on to say that's going to be the case? I don't think so. Rafinha thoughts. I said about Rafinha on the deadline stream. Someone had like 5. The funny thing is, I think they were considering Neto, and I kind of said no. You didn't know if he's going to be nailed on. But if they're moving to this 4 at the back, Neto and Podence could both be playing a lot of minutes, or at least I get a lot of starts. So they could be good. But the fixtures are horrible for Wolves. So Rafinha, I think he looks. I tweeted this before he scored. He looks so exciting. Like, he just picks the ball up and just runs, and he's really good with it. And he obviously took his goal really well, but he had other chances, and also set up some shots as well. So I think for his price, he could be really good. I don't know if I would bring him in against Chelsea, but I like the look of him. I think he looks good. I'm absolutely gutted. I bought in Cancelo for a hit instead of Diaz. What do I do? Just wait, chill. I think the whole Diaz-Cancelo, we'll probably have more of an idea on Thursday, to be honest. What do you think of having triple Liverpool midfield? Salah, Mane, Jota. Decent. Maybe not great from this week, but decent enough. Call me crazy, but Welbeck at 5.5 is the best option in the Brighton attack. I mean, probably. I don't think that's that crazy. It is Brighton. What other options are there? Trossard, maybe? I have to see about Morpay. Morpay could still be good on penalty if he's still on penalties. It was a bad miss, to be honest. Thoughts on Nkunku? Why Ancelotti didn't favour him? Maybe just thought he wasn't ready, not got enough experience. Something like I don't know really. Obviously, he played Davis right wing back and Iwobi left wing back, so it's a bit weird, but I don't know, worked okay-ish, I guess. The fun thing with FPL is you have to analyse what player is the most essential. Yeah, absolutely. But it's not always as simple as that. I mean, it should be as simple as that, I guess, but it's not always, because you make one transfer that's like knock-on effect for the rest of the transfers. And look, yeah, sometimes you should just bite the bullet and maybe even take a hit to do it. But at the same time, 3 double-digit hauls in a row doesn't happen that often. So another time you could take a hit for someone like Fernandes, it doesn't work out. So yeah, now some people will just do that. Oh, he's essential. I'll just take a hit, get him in, be done with it. But yeah, prediction for West Ham Villa. I'm not sure about that one. I think if Antonio's back, it makes it a whole different scenario. If it's not, I think it'll be quite tight. I think Villa are away, aren't they? I believe they're away. Let me just check. They're away? They are, aren't they? Yeah. And West Ham, I think it'll be a low scoring, to be honest. So having a 3 with 2 attackers is not great. I could even see like West Ham nicking it 1-0 or something. Maybe Villa. Although I think a lot depends on Antonio for West Ham. I'm not too confident as you can tell. Rafinha's price like around 5.5 or something. Oh, he's 5.4, is he? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go because my tongue is like, it feels like it's proper swollen. It's like it's starting to hurt to talk, which isn't good. So thanks very much. Let me just quickly do shout out to all the patrons. So if you haven't already signed up, link in the description below if you want to check that out. There's extra content coming out over there as well. Big shout out to everyone that's signed up since the last stream as well. So Tommy D and Waleed S as well. So thank you very much to you guys for signing up. I'll just quickly answer this super chat, but then I am going to shoot off. But I will be doing another stream tomorrow, same time. So about 9:15 it's when the matches are finished. It might not be dead on 9:15, but it'll be around that because there's a lot of important matches tomorrow. So I want to talk about Vardy, I want to talk about Grealish, Watkins, Martinez, etc., and find out kind of final ranks and scores. So if you have, before I do the super chat, if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a like. It really does help me out, and hit subscribe if you're new around here as well. Much appreciated. Gavin. Time to jump off DC after Burnley. Fixtures turn. Luca Dean's out. Will be missed. And Hammers out of sorts. Cold streak after blistering start. Yeah, I don't really know if he's done enough to say that he's definitely going to win a cold streak. I know Luca Dean is obviously a big miss. I don't know. I feel like he could be holdable through those fixtures. It's because of his price more than anything. Like I was obviously quite keen to get rid of Kane and Son, but they're much more expensive players. Whereas I don't know. Yeah, these are tough. I'm not going to lie. This is a tough run of games. So I think it'd take a brave person to get rid of him. But yeah, you could bet on someone else scoring points, like an Antonio or whoever it might be, a Wilson. Could do better potentially. So I don't know if I'm going to do it, to be honest. But if you get, like, at the end of the day, if you're going to jump off a player, do it when the fixtures are bad. So if you're confident he's going to, the fixtures are bad. So I wouldn't contradict myself, right? He is over these fixtures going to return a lower volume of points per game than he has been, right? On most occasions, like 9 times out of 10, he returns less points per game for these than he has done. So if you think someone else is going to do better, another cheap striker, why not? Yeah, get off him. Whether or not I'm going to do it, I don't know. But people will talk about it, and perfectly fine decision to come to. Or perfectly fine decision to come to if you want to get rid of him. All right, thank you very much. I got to go. Got to go before my tongue gives me more jip. So yeah, please do give it a like, hit subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow. We will pray for a Vardy blank, a Watkins hat-trick, all assisted by Grealish with a Martinez clean sheet. That would be perfect. It ain't going to happen, of course, but a green arrow would just be nice. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Just to keep the green arrow would be good. So yeah, I'm going to head off. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you again tomorrow, similar time. I'll also have the watch list out tomorrow as well. So appreciate everyone. See you later.